Shalom Israel, this is the ISUPK, come out of 125th Street, Harlem, New York, 1 West, under Command and General Yohana. And since 1969, we believe the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians know they are the true Jews, that they are the Israelites according to the Bible. The ISUPK has been giving you blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians their identity back, and that is a chosen people of God. And today we're going to continue on with which will be the final Part 5, the final part in Esau kept his word. And that's very important for so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians, because every people in the Bible has their name, has an identity. For instance, the Chinese are not called the Chinese. They call themselves Chinese, or most likely the oppressor, the white man, the European, call them Chinese. They are known as the Moabites, biblically. Not biblically, but that is the name that the Most High God has given unto them. The people we like to call Arabics, you know what I'm saying, Hajis, Arabics, whatever, they're called Ishmaelites. The people who live in the continent of Africa, you know what I'm saying, they hate being called African, they want to be called people from Congolese or the tribe of Zulu, whatever. They are all Hamites, Hamitic people, so on and so forth. People who we call white people, the oppressor, Caucasians. These are called, those people are called Edomites. And every so-called black, Hispanic, and Native American Indian, we are called Israelites. That is our proper name. You must understand, we're not Puerto Rican, we're not Trinidadian, we're not Barbadian, we're not Ecuadorian, we're not El Salvadorian, we're not Panamanian, we're not Brazilian, we're not Mexican, we're not Dominican, we're not Cuban, we're not Jamaican, we're not Negroid or African American or colored. We are Israelites. We are the lost 12 tribes of Israelites according to the Bible, King James Version Bible. And it's important for us to know who our identity, who we are as a people, and our identity, because each people has a characteristic. Each people has a characteristic that the Most High God has given upon them. For blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians, the chosen children of God, our characteristic is to be great. As to follow the Most High God, His laws, statutes, commandments. We are supposed to be the rulers of the earth. We are the rulers of the earth. We are here to rule the earth. And all these other heathens, these other nations are supposed to serve us. According to this King James Version Bible. You understand? With the Apocrypha. In 1611, this was a part of this, but the oppressor got power and separated, but through the Most High God, His power and Spirit, we have this back, and now we have the complete Bible, which was given to us. You understand? The King James Version Bible. But each people has a characteristic. And we're talking about Esau, whose name was changed to Edom, so they are the Edomites. Their characteristic and who they are. And it's very important for blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians because due to all these religions being Islam, and especially Christianity, we think we're here supposed to love everybody. You understand? We're supposed to love everybody, get along with everybody, when the whole world does not get along with us. The whole world sees us as a distasteful people, as undesirable. You understand? Like the scripture said, nation undesired, gather yourselves together, and that's what we should do. Under the leadership of Commander General Yohana and ISUPK, and that's what we are going to do. And when Christ returns, it's going to be glorious. You understand? But we have to know who this person is, because like I said, Christianity makes us docile to love our enemy, to love the person beating you over the head with a stick. And that's the cursed and disgusting religion called Christianity. We are the only people on the planet who were trained and docile to love the very people who disrespect us, kill us in the street, and think everything is okay, and that it's the way it's supposed to be, because Christianity is a belief in the world. Understand? Belief in the world, and this world, the Most High God is fixing to destroy. It's fixing to destroy, and it's fixing to get done away with for the salvation of His chosen people, and the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. The world is disgusted, and the world is ruled by our oppressor, the Caucasian, the European man, the white man, Esau, whose name was changed to Edom. And we're going to get to part 5 of this class called Esau kept his word, and he's kept his word. He's kept his word all to the time he was born to 2022 and who he is and how he feels about so-called blacks, Hispanics, Native American Indians, Israelites. He told you how he felt about our forefather Jacob, who's the progenitor of the so-called of the lost 12 tribes of Israel, so-called blacks, Hispanics, Native American Indians. He's kept that spirit. He's kept that same spirit how he felt about his brother, and he taught that same Slakia. He kept that same spirit, that same wicked hatred towards Jacob, towards us. He's taught his kids to hate our kids. And it's trickled down for generations upon generations, thousands of years on to today. in the year 2020, even right now, as you're watching this class. You're going to be watching this class September 11th, and it's funny. It's very fun. I'm going to bring that up later, but we're going to go into the book of Genesis, chapter 27, verse 41, to recap on what that spirit is. What the spirit is Esau has towards his brother. What the spirit is these Edomites have towards Israelites. And Israelites are the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians, according to the Bible. You understand? The characteristics, the identity markers on who God's chosen people are written in this here book. Written in this book that's collecting dust to your grandma's shelf. You understand? Written in this book that the so-called press has told you, you know what I mean? It's his book. Written in the so-called book that the so-called blackity blacks in the conscious community said that the oppressor, the Caucasian white man, wrote this book. Well, this book right here is anti-European. This book right here is anti-oppression. This book right here is a revolutionary book for so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. It's a constitution. It's a way to live for the lost 12 tribes of Israel. And that's you, so-called black man. You so-called Mexican man, who America hates. And you're the one doing the dirty jobs, keeping this America alive. You're the blood of America, you Israelite. And the Israelites are the Mexicans. You are the blood of America today, and they hate you. They got you locked in cages. You understand? All those oppressors, nice lawn, they have well manicured lawn care. That lawn is immaculate due to the Hispanic man, due to the Mexican. You understand? And America hates you for that. America throws you in cages and calls you the immigrant when this country was built on immigrants. You see the hypocrisy? Those immigrants came over there for Europe for a better world, America. And they come here and they bring their way of life. The Sicilians, the Italians, you understand, with their mob. You understand? But we're gonna get into the book of Genesis chapter 27, verse 41 to recap on what that spirit is. And how that same spirit from all the way back then, thousands of years ago, is still going on today in 2022. That spirit in Esau keeping his word. So let's read right now. This is the book of Genesis, chapter 27, verse 41. And Esau hated Jacob. Again, Esau is the progenitor, the father of all European men. That's all Europeans. Every last one of them, all the way from they're in Greenland, right? From Greenland to Iceland to the United Kingdom to Portugal, Spain, Greece, Italy, Germany, Russia, Czechoslovakia, the Netherlands, the Switzerland, Ukraine, even the Turks, they're European. Don't let them fool you. That's Edomites over there in Turkey. Understand? And it reads, Esau hated Jacob. And again, Jacob is the forefather of every so-called black, Hispanic, and Native American man. Jacob's name was changed to Slack. Jacob's name was changed to Israel. And Israel means prince of power because, again, being the mighty man Jacob was, he wrestled an angel and he won. And his name is forever changed to Israel, which means prince of power. So every so-called black, Hispanic, and Native American man you see walking in America, being put down, being shot down, gunned down by the oppressor. Every so-called black and Hispanic man, when you see the Hispanic people who are in cages, men, women, and child, and you see the pictures and the photos of that one photo that still bothers me today, with that Hispanic man holding his child face down in the water because he was killed trying to escape oppression. And he was gunned down probably by Edomites, most likely, because he doesn't know how to control himself. Because you know why? Because Esau hated Jacob, you understand? That's why his face is down in the water dead with his child. Esau hates Jacob, and every time you see a so-called black, Hispanic, Native American man being gunned down, have unjust actions being brought upon us, realize that's a prince of power. That's a child of the Most High God. And you think they care? They don't care. They're in our records. The oppressor's in our records. He's in our records so bad that he wants to use the fake Bibles, the NVI, the Wine Clef, whatever it is to go against us, but we use the true word of God, the King James Version of God, to cut them. Every Jehovah's Witness, every so-called Christian, every whatever, the IHBK cuts them with the truth. And the truth is, blacks, Hispanics, Native American Indians are the true chosen children of God. You understand? And we have to get back to the law, statute, commandments to end this oppression. But let's keep reading. Salakia. Esau hated Jacob because of the blessings were with his father that blessed him. And Esau hated Jacob. Esau hated Jacob and it told you the spirit how he is. He's a liar. He's a liar because a few verses up, it reads, some paraphrasing, it says that Jacob was Jacob screamed out. He was upset that the blessings went to Esau. Slocky. Esau was upset and mad because the blessings went to Jacob. But if you read in chapter 25, verse 23 and down, Esau sold his birthright. Esau lied and said Jacob tricked him, that Jacob fooled him. And this is the spirit of the so-called oppressor, the one who rules the world, who has his knee on our neck, who has a knee on every so-called black, Hispanic, Native American, Indian neck. He's a liar. Every time he guns down one of our prince of power, one of the men of Israel who are unarmed, who are surrendering. You understand? He lies and said, I feared for my life. I seen a gun. You understand? He's a liar. And that's the same spirit he had then and now, because you know what? He wants the blood of the lost 12 tribes of Israel. He wants to eradicate us, but it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen because we're God's chosen children. The Most High God's going to look out for his people. And he'll look out for us even more. He'll show his face if blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians get back to these laws of God. Get back to these laws, statute, commandments of the Most High God. It's only given us and no other nation. You understand? Get back to these laws so we won't have to turn on the TV and see another nation putting down God's chosen children. You understand? Whether it be with the gun or the pen, whatever it may be. But let's continue reading so we can understand, get more in depth on how this spirit from all the way back then is trickled down to now. Slock it. Because the blessings were with his father, blessed him. And Esau said in his heart, the days of mourning of my father are at hand. This was the time when Isaac died. Isaac was on his deathbed, and it was time for him to give the blessings. Again, Isaac didn't know the blessings were supposed to go to Jacob. Neither did Esau. But Rebekah knew, because you know why? The Lord, the Most High God sent an angel to Rebekah and let her know. Let her know that, yo, Salakia, I choose Jacob. I choose Jacob for the blessings. I choose Jacob for the glory. I choose Jacob for the promise, and not Esau. And you read, and we're going to get down. We're going to get down and read why. You'll see why the Most High God is so righteous and wise in his judgment, not to choose his wicked bastard, because he rules the world right now. He rules the world right now, and the world's on fire. You understand? This is the man who digs oil out the earth. What do you think the oil is? You wonder why the scripture said there'll be earthquakes and traverse places, because you're taking up the lubricant of the earth. You know what I'm saying? The Most High God knows this bastard how disgusting he is. You're taking up the lubricant, the blood of the earth, and of course you're going to have some goddamn earthquakes. That's like you putting no oil in your car. All that friction in your oil blow. The earth is on a ticking time bomb to blow up. You understand? But it's not going to happen if you read the scriptures. Because you know what? The kingdom of heaven shall be on the earth. The kingdom of heaven will be on earth. The earth is going to stand still when the Most High God sends his Son, our Lord, our Savior, our King, Yahweh Shemashia, back down with 200 million angels, with 200 million chariots to destroy this wicked world. Because you know why? This wicked beast, this nasty, disgusting man named Esau, who was the European, who was the German man, who was the Italian, the Frenchman, the Portuguese, the Spaniard, understand, the Russian, the Ukrainian. He's in charge of this planet. This planet is on fire and is on its way to self-destruct. Understand? And this is what it is. And this is what blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans need to understand, that you are the lost 12 tribes of Israel. You are an Israelite. You are the true Jew. And you have a responsibility. Your responsibility is to serve the Most High God and live these laws, statutes, commandments. And you know what your reward is? Your reward is rulership on this earth. The very same earth that this oppressor is destroying. The very same earth that this oppressor is wreaking war and havoc and just all out unrighteous ruling of his. You understand? A liar. A beast. But let's get back into the scriptures because I don't want to go on. Salakia, I do, but stick to the top. Salakia. The days of mourning for my father are at hand. So Isaac died. Isaac died. At least, I don't want to give him this much credit, but I'm gonna say it anyway. At least at this time, he had the decency to wait for his father to pass. Why not his father and mother? He waited for the decency of his father to pass right here, and we're gonna keep reading. Salakia. He had a decency, Salakia. And it reads, then I will slay. And if you know what the word slay means, it means kill. It means to murder. It means to unalive somebody. I will Slakia. Then I will slay my brother Jacob. And Jacob is the father of The lost 12 tribes of Israel, the progenitor of every so-called black Negroid, not African, Hispanic, and Native American man. That same spirit trickled down from then to today. And this is what we need to understand who we are. Slovakia. Every European man in America, they're European descent. They're the Spaniard. They're the Slovakia. What are those people called? They're the Pilgrims. You know what I'm saying? They're the Pilgrims. They're all European descent. Those are Edomites, and they have the same spirit. You've seen what the Pilgrims did to the Native Americans, the Gadites and the Reubenite brothers. People who came off the ships and were lost. What did the Gadite brothers do? They showed love, gave them food, clothing, blankets, shelter, show them how to work the land. And what they do, they slaughtered them and called it Thanksgiving. This is the same spirit they have, and it's never going to change. You understand? It's never going to change. And with that, we're going to go to the book of Isaiah, chapter 57, verse Slakia, chapter 59, verse 7, to let you know how the spirit he has. The spirit he has what blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians need to do, and that's to avoid this man. Avoid this man, avoid these people, and don't do what they do. Don't be around them. Don't be that so-called token, I got one black friend. Don't be that token black guy or black woman. You know what I'm saying? Learn to love your people. People call the ISUPK a hate group, but we're a love group. What's wrong? A love group. What's wrong with telling so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians to unite? To unite and to come together and to love one each other. Black on black crime needs to stop. Brown on brown crimes need to stop. And we need to pay attention to our Native American brothers, our Gadite, Reubenite brothers, because you know why? Our women, because we're the same people, our women are being kidnapped. Our women are being kidnapped and being lost on these reservations. The same reservations that the so-called oppressor gave us, gave our people, our Gadite brothers, Reubenite people. You know what I'm saying? Our brothers and sisters over there, the Native American Indians, you understand? All those trees and pushing back the land which they promised, till they're nothing below freckles on the United States of America, the reservations. When this whole land, North America, the Americas, Slovakia, belongs to the Gadites and the Reubenites and it's Karaites. You understand? And it's Slovakia. and the tribe of Zebulon, and the tribe of Naphtali, and then the tribe of Asher. You understand? The whole America belongs to the lost 12 tribes of the northern kingdom, or the Spanish speaking tribes. You understand? And what does this pilgrim do? He come over here and realize who we are, that we are kind people. We are people who share. We're loving people by nature. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians, no matter what they say on no matter what the propaganda is in this country, that blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians, that were murderers, that were killers, that were thieves, that were sexual predators. No, our natural nature, our intent is to share. We're a loving people. You understand? You can go read any book, any book that these so-called explorers, when they found the new land. How is it a new land when there's people here? It's a new land to you. It's a new land to you because you've been stuck over there in nasty, disgusting Europe. But you can look at all these explorers books, and even Christopher Columbus, where he says, and I quote, "I found the lost children of God." You understand? It's in his book, his memoirs. But we are naturally a sharing, loving people. We're not murderers. You understand? And the only reason why we're like that because we've been around disgusting people. We've been around disgusting people for over 500 plus years, and we adapted their ways. You understand? We adapted their selfishness. We adapted their greediness. We adapted their ways of lust. We adapted their holidays, you understand? For being around these cancerous people. And the Most High God does not want us around these people, you understand? So let's keep reading Salakia. We're going to go to the book of Isaiah. The book of Isaiah, chapter 59, verse 7. Their feet run to evil, and they make haste to shed innocent blood. Their thoughts are thoughts of iniquity, wasting and destruction in their path, and that's what they've done, and that's who they are. You understand, Salakia? History tells us who they are, and this is nothing. Not only this Holy Bible, this King James Version Bible. It's not only our Constitution. You know, it's not only our God how to live a righteous life. This is our history book, so-called Black man, Hispanic man, Native American man. And you can go in any other history book before America changes the U.S. history books. You know what the Pilgrims did to our Native American brothers. You know what the Conquistador and the adventurers over there from Spain and Portugal did to our Spanish-speaking brothers. You know what the Englishmen did to the so-called tribes of Judah, Benjamin, and Levi with the translated slave trade. And it reads right here, Salakia. The book of Isaiah, chapter 59, verse 7. Their feet run to evil. Their feet ran to evil. Their feet ran to evil when they seen these 12 tribes coming back again. Because remember, when Columbus came back the first time and he seen these people he can manipulate, because that's what their thoughts are. Their thoughts are the thoughts of iniquity. And to manipulate somebody is wicked. To manipulate somebody, get in their head, or to beat them down, to do your word, to do your building, to do your bidding, Salakia, is wicked. And that's what Esau is. He went back over there to Europe. You understand? He couldn't pay the finances. Remember, this boats and everything was limited to him. So he said, I got something for you. I got a people over here who you can enslave and have to work for him. And that was the way how he got his burgers. That's how he got his burgers. You know why? Slavery was a commodity. You understand? Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians, we were the lost 12 tribes of Israel. We were enslaved. We were enslaved by these wicked people. You understand? And slavery was a hot commodity. You were commercial. You were commerce. You were money. I got 5 slaves. When you want to go, I got this and that, not for you. You were currency. That was so-called Black, Hispanic, Native American man. And even in today, well, that's for another class if I decide to get into it, you understand? But even today, we are their currency because you know why? Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians, we make this country run. We make this country run whether we do the dirty work, Salakia, whether we do the dirty work, whether we're blue collar, white collar, or even when we pick up a basketball or a pair of boxing gloves or octagon gloves or a mic. You understand? We make this country run. You understand? Because we're the backbone. Every nation of people, every heathen nation who's enslaved us, that country flourished. That country flourished. It was bright at the time. And you want to know something else? Something else. Every country that has had us, every country that has enslaved us, fell. They fell. Let that be in mind to what's coming on, to what's heading for America. But let's keep reading. Salakia. Their feet run to evil, and they haste, Slakia, and they make haste to shed innocent blood. Because what have we done to these people? What have so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians done to these people, to Edomites, to deserve their sword, to deserve their gunpowder, to deserve their snares, to deserve being put down, being called low-class citizens, then to right now in 2022 in North America? What have we done? What have we done for our blood to shed at your feet? What have we done for you to murder us and kill us systematically? Whether with the gun or the pen, what have we done? We've done nothing. We've done nothing to you. You understand? Salakia. They make haste to shed innocent blood. Let me share with you. When I was in the world, right, and I had my dookie locks or whatever, they're not dreadlocks, whatever. I remember coming from Queens, right? And I'm just walking, you know what I'm saying? There's a bunch of pigs, police officers in Queens. So I'm walking by, I ain't nobody, I just wanted to go home and do worldly, wicked stuff when I was in the world. And I glanced over one police officer, and he looked at me and tapped his butt. He was like, "It's faultless, let's get him." And I'm like, you know what I'm saying? I just mind my business, kept walking. You know what I mean? At the time, I bro, I can tell you how I was shocked because I'm still here, but the moral of the story is he tapped his brother and just did one of these like, yo, frisk him. You know what I'm saying? Get him. You know what I mean? Hand him up. But through the glory of the Most High God, it didn't happen to me. I kept going, hit the LIE, you know what I mean? Slocky. Hit the LIRR and I went back home. You understand? But the point is, Slocky. The point is, they make haste to shed innocent blood. That's what they do. That's in their spirit, because we just got done reading in the book of Genesis, chapter 27, verse 21. Esau hated Jacob. Esau is out to shed, Slocky, to slay his brother Jacob. You understand? And Esau is every so-called European man. That's the European American man. You understand? And Jacob is the so-called father, Slocky, is the father of the so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native American Indian man, the lost 12 tribes of Israel, because Israel, Jacob's name got changed to Israel. But let's keep reading, Slocky. Their thoughts are thoughts of iniquity. Again, when that police officer laid eyes on me, he had thoughts of iniquity. You think he was going to ask me for the time? You think he's going to ask you for the time? When they hemmed you up and got you over for no reason, they ask you what your ID is. You understand what you're doing here in this neighborhood? You understand? Some states they still call you boy. You understand? They call grown ass Israelite man boy. Whether you're black, Hispanic, Native American, Indian, the same spirit Esau has then he has today. You understand? Because their thoughts are thoughts of iniquity. He wants to end you. He wants to throw you in jail. He wants to beat you down. He wants to put a bullet in you to make sure you don't go home ever again. He wants to unalive you. He wants to slay you. And this is Esau keeping his word from then. It's like Esau keeping his word from then, from Genesis to right now, today, present times in North America, in the Americas in 2022. Let's keep reading Salakia. Wasting in instruction or in their paths. And again, you open any history book, you see what this damn beast has done to the world. What he does when he wants something in a land that's not occupied by him, he has no rulership over. He goes over there and he says, yo, they have weapons of mass destruction. Goes over there, said they have weapons of mass destruction and went through 3 or 4 countries, and you come back with drugs. You occupy the hoppy fields. But you know, America's the biggest drug dealer in the world. America's the biggest drug dealer in the world. We all know that. You thought it was Frank Lucas? No, it's America. Good old USA, you understand? Or when there's another natural resource that America has, and you see a poor country, you know what he says? That country looks like they need some freedom. We're going to put democracy over there. These are key words that people should pick up on about America to let you know, oh, they need democracy over there. They need freedom. They need liberation. There's something over there that this whore, Babylon, United States of America, is interested over there with. There's something over there that she wants, that this nasty, disgusting whore of America wants to take. And you know what she does to go over there to take? This is what she does, Salakia. Wasting and destruction are in their past. She's going to set war. She's going over there and she's going to set war with these people because these people don't want to give up their natural resources. Most likely, these people are being ruled by another nation or their own nation who's greedy. You know what I'm saying? Their own heathen nation who's greedy and got their own people just working for nothing. You understand? But the point is, when America wants something, wasting and destruction is in her path. She's going to set war. She's going to bomb people. She's going to destroy to get what she wants. You know what I'm saying? Like a nasty, disgusting dog, the woman. Going to cry, kill, set you up to get you killed, to get what you need, to get what she needs, to get what she wants, to get her fixed. Because you know why? These people, who we call the Germans, who we call the Russians, who we call the Portuguese, who we call the Spaniards, who we call the Italians, the Greeks, whatever. From over there, that land, that mass called Europe, these people are the descendants of a man named Esau. And Esau's keeping his word because Esau is a destructive, disgusting beast of a man. He's the cancer of the planet. He's a plague, a walking plague. A walking plague that wears a suit and a tie and has much pride like he's the best thing on the planet. You're the worst thing on the planet. You're the most disgusting, worst thing on the planet. And we're gonna get there. Hold on, let me get the book of Salakia, the second book of Ezra, chapter 6, verse 1. You understand? To let you know what the Most High God feels about this disgusting man. Salakia. Bear with me, Israel. How disgusting this beast is. And what the Most High God really feels about this man. Who he is. Salakia. This is the second book of Ezra, chapter 6. Salakia. One more page, verse 1. And he said unto me in the beginning, and he said most likely, most likely is the Most High God, or an angel who's speaking to Ezra. Salakia. In the beginning, when the earth was made, before borders of the world stood, or ever the wind blew. You understand? Before the borders, before you have, notice the ancient times, before you had the nation of Israel and their borders, or they had the Hamitic countries, so Egypt, Kush, whatever, when they had their borders, or Moab and Ammon and even Esau, before those borders were brought forth, before they stood, you know what I'm saying? Before they were here, these lands, these countries were here. and before the wind blew. You understand? Before the wind was raging. You understand? A time before all this, in the beginning. Salakia. Verse 2. Before the thunder and lightning or ever the foundations of the paradise were laid. You understand? Way before. This is what the Most High God is telling Ezra. All before this. But let's keep reading. Salakia. Verse 3. Before the fair flowers were seen, or even the movable powers were established, before the innumerable multitudes of the angels were gathered together. So this is even before the Most High God created the angels, and the angels are the first creation. You understand? I just want to pick you a sidebar. When the Christian says, I don't know how you have three names, Lucifer, the devil, and Satan, which is all three different entities. The angel is Satan. When they say Satan has fallen, it's a lie. Because keep this in your head. If an angel fails and falls, or angels, which Christianity teach that dogma, that bullcrap, what hope is for the children of Israel if an angel doesn't listen to God? It's a lie. Keep that in mind. It's locked. The innumerable multitude of angels were gathered together. Verse 4. Or ever the heights of the air were lifted up before the measure of the firmament were named, or ever the clemency of Zion were hot. Verse 5. And ere the present years were sought out, and or ever the inventions of them that now sin were turned, before they were sealed, that have gathered faith for the treasure. Verse 6. Then did I consider these things, and that all were made through through me alone. You understand? Saying that the Most High God created this. Everything from the Most High God. Everything. There's no thought. When it's saying there's nothing new under the sun or no thought the Most High God hasn't thought, this laptop that I'm recording this class on is from the Most High God. Because the Spirit got to the man to make a laptop. And that spirit, that thought came from the Most High God. Everything, the cell phones, whatever it is on the planet, a gun, a sword, TV, food, comes from the Most High God. It all comes from Him. And believe in that. Believe that. It's Salakia. And Salakia. And thou none other but me as they, Salakia, as they entered, Salakia, as they be ended, and by none other, Salakia. Verse 7. Then I answered and said, what shall be the parting sunder of the times, or when shall be the end of the first, and the beginning of the following? Salakia, verse 8. And this is what the Most High says, just to piggyback what I said before I read this verse, of what Esau is to the planet. Verse 8. And he said unto me, from Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born, from Jacob's hand left first the heel of Esau. Verse 9. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning that follows. So there you go. These are the words of the Most High God. A perfect precept, you understand? That goes along with how Esau wasting is in his wasting and destruction is in his path. We just got done reading in the book of Isaiah, chapter 59, verse 8. It says right here that Esau is the end of the world. And look at the world right now. The world's falling apart. The world's falling apart because this wicked man who's not wise. You understand? Who self-proclaims himself to be wise, but right here it says that Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning that follows. Because when Esau's world ends, understand, when it says world, don't think glory or what's underneath the firmament, whatever. You know what I'm saying? The world ending is an era ending, a society, a way how things were ending. And that's something we need as blacks, Hispanics, Native American Indians, but as the Word of God said, the world needs Esau's reign to end. The world needs Esau to stop. The world needs Esau to decease from all actions and to come off his seat of power. Because like it says, Esau's in the world. If you turn on your news, whatever news channel it is, you see the world falling apart due to man and due to natural disasters. But it's all from the Most High God. Because you know why? If you go to the book of Romans, chapter, let me go to it right now. It's a lot. You go to the book of Romans, chapter 9, verse 13. Salakia, as it is written, Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated. And this world is coming to an end because the Most High God wants it. Because you know why? Esau's on top of the world and the world's coming to the end. And Esau's not supposed to be on top of the world. Esau's not supposed to be king of the world. Jacob is the rulership. Jacob's supposed to have the rulership of the earth, of the world. You understand? The scripture say, I'm paraphrasing, when the wicked is in rulership, the world mourns. But when the righteousness is in rulership, the world rejoices. You understand? Jacob is not a righteous man. Salakia. Esau is not a righteous man. Salakia again. But Jacob, the lost 12 tribes of Israel, he's a righteous man. Because you know why? He has the laws, the statutes, the commandments of the Most High God. It was given to him. Like it reads right here in the book of Psalms. Salakia. Let's go to the book of Psalms real quick. Book of Psalms, chapter 147, verse 19. He showed his word unto Jacob, his statutes and his judgments unto Israel. That's the same man. Jacob and Israel is the same man. Jacob's name got changed to Israel. We just got done talking about that. But the Most High God has shown Jacob. And Jacob had 12 sons. And it'll be and he gave the wisdom of the Most High God, the laws, the statute, commandments, on to his 12 sons, all the way from Judah to Issachar, all the way to now to the lost 12 tribes of Israel, whose numbers are as endless or as countless as the sands of the sea. I'm paraphrasing that from scripture. You understand? We have the law, statute, commandments. It's embedded in our DNA. It's in our blood. We just have to get back to the word of the Most High God that's proven that who we are. That in our hands, the world's in better hands if it's in the hands of that so-called nigga, that so-called spick, that so-called red man that the world hates. Blacks, Hispanics, Native American Indians. The world's in capable hands if it gets handed. But since Esau's Esau, you know what I'm saying? Since Esau's Esau, it has to be taken from him. It has to be taken from, because you know why? Esau is destroying the world, and Esau has an out for his brother Jacob. Esau has an out for his brother Jacob, you understand? And we're going to get into that. Let's get into the book of Proverbs, Salakia. Get into more what Esau is and how he kept his word. Let's get into the book of Proverbs, chapter 6, verse 16. Understand? Another characteristic how he has, of who he is, because he doesn't want to give up this world. He doesn't want to give up this world because he's a proud, disgusted man. This man has killed, lied, destroyed, and set wicked judgment and laws on this earth so he can stay in rulership. You understand? This man will go over there and conquer a world. It's like a nation of people, a country. You know what I'm saying? Have one of those people in that nation he's took, right? Have him, Slakia, what's the word I'm looking for? Have that man in that nation he's conquered, have that one person who shares the same interests as Esau does, because he's going to get all the benefits, have him as a figurehead, a puppet, and still control that nation without pulling the trigger or shooting missiles. This is how Esau runs. You understand? This is how he is. And he's not going to give up that power. But here's Esau. This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 16, chapter 6, verse 16. These 6 things doeth the Lord the Most High hate, and 7 are an abomination unto him. Verse 17. A proud look. A proud look is what this nasty, disgusting beast has. You can't tell him he's so delusional in his head that he really thinks he's the best thing on earth. He thinks he's as good as water, and you need water to survive. He thinks he's as smooth and good as water, but not knowing he's worse than cow dung. He's a cancer to the planet. You can't tell him. If you look at Harlem or any neighborhood right now that's going through gentrification, he's walking down your block. Walking down your block, chin held high, and you know what I'm saying? Walking with shoes and no socks on. You understand? Comfortable. Walking through your neighborhood. The ghetto, the slum that they put you in, and now they want it. You understand? See how wicked he is? He put you in the area where he says, I don't want to see these Negroes. I don't want to see these niggas. I don't want to see these Spicks. I don't want to see these Native Americans. But he wants the land he put you in. Native American Indian, the Gadite brothers, Reubenite brothers said this man has a forked tongue. He'll tell you one thing and mean another. And that's in the scriptures as well. But we're going to keep reading. So lock it. A lying tongue. That's what he is. He lies. He lies. What else could we get on about that? So lock it. A hand that sheds innocent blood, and that's what he does. That's all he does in this wicked country. That's all he has, and that's all he does. You understand? But we're going to stop right there. Let's go to the book of Lamentations, chapter 5, verse 5. Let's go to the book of Lamentations, chapter 5, verse 5. To further on expound, just to further on let you know who this beast is, what he is. You understand? This is the book of Lamentations, chapter 5, verse 5. Our necks are under prosecution. You understand? No matter what time of day it is in this country, North America, we are always under prosecution by our oppressor. Understand? Always under prosecution. Whether if it be you walking down the block and he just staring at you, deciding if he wants to hurt you. Whether he pulls you over, the policeman pulls you over, just to see who you are. You know what I'm saying? Police profiling. You know what I'm saying? Whether if you're in the court systems in the county jail jumpsuit, you know what I'm saying? Or not even that. Whether if you're at your job, you know what I'm saying? And they gotta fire somebody, you know the saying, last one hired, first one fired, and you're qualified. You're already qualified, you're better than them, and you're under their prosecution because they're gonna fire you because they don't want your black behind there, your Hispanic behind there, your Native American behind there. We're always under prosecution in America. Blacks, Hispanics, Native American Indians. So it doesn't matter what it is. Whether if it's your life, your freedom, or your livelihood, you are under prosecution of this person, this beast, this disgusting animal that the Most High God hates. Let's keep reading. We labor, we labor and have no rest, and that's what it is. We have no rest. We have no rest. When the chains were really in us at the beginning of the Americas. When the chains, when the yoke of iron was around our necks, our wrists, and our ankles. You know what I'm saying, most probably our waist as well. Most likely our waist. It was our waist as well. We had no rest working to get the money up for this country. Working to build the wealth, whether it was picking cotton, sugarcane, corn, working the farms. Even to right now, we have no rest because you know why? We live check to check. We live check to check in America. Blacks, Hispanics, Native American Indians live check to check in America, and we have to survive because you know why? The rent is high. Car payment is high. You understand? Groceries went high when there's damn near no food in the damn groceries. You understand? Everything is rising up for living if you're a black and Hispanic, Native American Indian in North America. In the Americas, period, Slovakia. So we have no rest. We're constantly working to survive in the land of our captivity. Whether it be North America, Cuba, Brazil, Jamaica, Trinidad, Mexico, Honduras, Belize, wherever it is, because all these lands, God's chosen people are there. And God's chosen people were brought there already there, and we've been put in slave. We've been enslaved. Understand? Let's keep reading Salakia. Verse 6. We have given the hand to the Egyptians. And again, we have given the hand to the Egyptians because at the same time, because parallel, we were enslaved with them nasty Hamites. We was enslaved to Egypt for over 400 years. And we worked like dogs. And America is spiritually Egypt, Babylon, Sodom, and Gomorrah. And as far as it being spiritual Egypt, Slakia. America does have Salakia. America does have all 12 tribes of Israel enslaved, mentally and physically working. We give our hand to them. You know what I'm saying? We give our hands to them paying rent. We give our hands to them paying these bills. You know what I'm saying? We give our hands to these people. We give our hands to these people begging for them to start killing us. How twisted is that? We go to the man who's killing us and we beg them to stop killing us. That's why Christianity is so goddamn disgusting. It teaches you to be docile and weak and to go to the man who has more power and power than you and is killing you. You go to him and you say, please stop killing me. Please stop killing me. You march. Please stop killing me. You know what I'm saying? Hands up. Hands up. How degrading is that? Hands up. You think he cares? You think this oppressor cares about our marches? And every time we have a march, you know, it's like you. It just baffles me because you know every time we have we march, right? You have to sound like some type of waiver to say we're not going to riot. So all that justice, no peace in the march, you signed the waiver. Why are you saying that lie? And not only that, you got the same people killing you, making sure everything's good because you need them there. You asked for him there. You understand? It's crazy, but you go to these same people to ask you to stop killing us, and that's what Christianity does. It makes you docile, it makes you weak. But this book right here, this book of revolution, this Constitution, this way to live. Our history book tells us the opposite. It says, turn to the Most High God and raise hell. Not just raise hell, but fight for your freedom. Fight for your freedom, fight for your laws, and fight for your people. That's what it tells you. And now we in INCBK, we don't condemn violence, but we do tell you what to do. It's in the scriptures, separate from them. Separate from them. And there's no excuse. Every year, at the end of the year, we produce damn near, I dare to say, if not hundreds of billions, maybe trillions of dollars. Blacks, Hispanics, Native American Indians have the know-how and the money to separate from these people. But we don't love each other enough to sacrifice a generation. 20 years. A generation is 20 years. It sacrificed 20 years to build our own infrastructure. It sacrificed 20 years to build our hospitals, our schools, our own police. You know what I'm saying? The police ourselves. We don't have enough love for blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians to separate from them. Give them back their music labels. Give them back the NFL. Give them back the NBA. Give them back their baseball. Give them back their soccer. Give them back their Christian church. Give them back their Muslim disgusting mosques. Give these heathens back everything and sacrifice 20 years for your people. You don't love your people enough to do that? That's how you destroy the heathens. That's how you destroy the white man, by separating from him. Martin Luther King, had it been the first time it happened today through Commander Junior Hunter about boycotting them, we've been good. We've been good right now in 2022 because number one, we know who we are as a people. We are Israelites, the lost 12 tribes of Israelites. You understand? We know who they are. All the heathens, especially Esau, that y'all hate us. Y'all have enslaved us. You know what I'm saying? Y'all, like it says in our prayers every Saturday, in every class in camp in ISUPK, you confederate against us. You made sure the name of Israel was not remembered. You did a damn good job. Right now, the Spirit of the Most High God shines upon all 12 tribes of Israel, and we know we are the Prince of Power, the daughter of Zion, today in 2022. Like I said, had it been today the first time Commander Junior Honda came up with the idea to boycott everything, we've been good. We've been good. And they'll come for us because that's what Esau does. Because he's a sore freaking loser. He's a punk. He's a coward. He's a loser. That's what he does. He can't stand to lose. But little do you know, the scriptures has it. The Most High God foretells his destruction. The Most High God foretells his destruction, how he's going to go out. But let's get back to these scriptures. I don't want to lose track and focus. You understand? Salakia. And to the Assyrians, and the Assyrians, they're not the people who we are enslaved to, who we were enslaved to. The same spirit that Esau has today. To satisfy with bread, and that's them taking our money. Understand? That's them taking our money, bills, rent, whatever. Even you're rich, if you're the wealthy of Israel, you got some white fake Jewish lawyer. You got some white Edomite agent. You know what I'm saying? You're signed to a label, and it's some damn disgusting Edomite. You have to give him a percentage because you owe him money because he furnished you money to become a star. You know what I mean, to buy your clothes, your mansions, whatnot, and that's all a trap because they know you're an Israelite in the hood. You know you're an Israelite in the slums. They know you're an Israelite who never seen nothing. Who probably not you haven't seen more than $20,000. $100,000 if you're a drug dealer, if you're not a drug dealer. Understand? So they front you the money into a trap because you've never seen 2 million, 5 million before. This is how they are. You know what I'm saying? Let's get to the scriptures. Salakia. It makes me very vexed. Salakia. Our sins, Salakia. Our fathers have sinned and are not. Salakia. One more time. Our fathers have sinned and are not, and we have borne their iniquity. And this is one thing I want to touch on right here. Salakia. Come. I want to touch on this. It all goes back why everything's happening to us. Everything's happening to us because one, no, only, number one, only. We've broken the laws and statutes and commandments of the Most High God. We turn our backs to the Most High God, and like a good father would do, he turns his back on us. This is punishment. This is punishment for blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians while we're going through the things we go through because we turn our back on our power. Our power. The same thing that created the heavens, the moons, the stars, the galaxies, the universe. That same power has chosen niggas, spicks, and redskins, and the savages. Has chosen us. Has chosen the people who are undesired right now. The people who don't know that they are the lost 12 tribes of Israel. He's chosen us. And we turn our back against him, and now these curses befall upon us. That's why you turn on the news, you see a black Hispanic man or Native American man being gunned down. While you turn on the news, you get your car at the shop, or you just got your car registered in an accident. You understand? While you fighting your baby mother over custody. You know what I'm saying? Or your baby mother's telling you lies that she cheat on you or not cheat on you. Understand? While our kids are missing in those reservations. These are curses that only fall upon blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. And these are identity markers that proves that blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians are lost 12 tribes of Israel. I'll give you the precept right now. It's lucky. Go to the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 15. It's lucky. And it reads, "But it shall come to pass, if thou won't hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe and to do all his commandments and statutes which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee." And that's what it is right now in 2022. From then to now. That's what it is. These curses have come upon blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. You understand? These curses are going on that we live in hell's communities, impoverished communities. You know what I'm saying? Living in pissy elevators where there's a drug epidemic. Why all the diseases and sexually transmitted diseases plague the black, Hispanic, Native American Indian, Native Americans community. Why we're the ones being mass incarcerated in the prison systems in America. You understand? I did say this was going to be the final class, but it's going to be a part 6 because I got scriptures and I carry on. You know what I'm saying? But I'm going to end it here. I'm Priest Officer 50. This is the Long Island class of the ISUPK. This is the ISUPK coming out of 1 West 125th Street under Commander Junior Holland. Since 1969, we've been letting the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians know that we are the two tribes of Israel. We've been hitting the streets since 1969, giving your identity back. You understand? Shalom, Israel.